Good morning, Claudia. I hope you're doing well this morning. I'm going to go through your submission for your CDA assignment, creating a play-based classroom. And you did a really good job of sectioning this out for me so that I could read it easily. So thank you for that. And you have great answers. We just need to make a few changes. Now that I know you're doing your infant toddler CDA, and I've been told by the visitor that I use the most that we need to delineate those more in the binders to make sure those are covered. So you have here that whether it's lunch or nap time, your transition is always the same. Um, and you're moving one baby at a time, moving babies to a low high chair, then putting bibs on when lunchtime's over, and you describe all of that. I'm not sure what age these babies are. So you're going to need to put one answer for infants, mobile infants, and then toddlers. So, because toddlers, you would not do this routine with, they can walk themselves and so forth. So, it's fine to identify transitions this way, as you've got one transition here, moving them to eat, and then you have the transition from eating to nap time. So those are two great transitions. With older children and even infants, actually, in mobile infants, how do you transition them to get them outside? That's something that's really important. How do you move them into outdoor spaces? With the toddlers, how do you move them from one place to another? Because they're older and you can't just carry them all. So I just want you to include a description of each one of those and talk about the transition to meal, the transition to nap is great, and then add how would you transition them from moving from one room to another or outside. I would like to see that if possible, please, because your visitor will want to know that. And then it's fine that you're doing all of that. What are you doing while you are doing that? Are you singing? What is your transition for that? For the toddlers, what's your transition to cleaning up? What song do you sing? That kind of thing. So you'll need to put the words to the songs. So all of that has to be included. You can just choose one song, that's fine. And then you have submitted a list of 10 items. You again have said you've added these to your class during your time. So I'm a little confused because you said that last time and it was a totally different list. So if you could help me understand, do you mean that you yourself are bringing these toys in? Could you please explain that? Because when you said it the first time, I thought, oh, I guess she had these items herself and so she brought them in. But now you're saying it about these two, so it's a little confusing. So if you could explain that to me, it would help me a little bit. When you say sensory toys, what do you mean by that? You'll need to just list one sensory toy is plenty there. For baby books, what do you mean by baby books? I know it could mean it's a book about a baby or a board book instead of a regular book with regular paper pages, that kind of thing. Baby blocks with ABC and numbers. I'm not sure what you mean by baby blocks. And please do not emphasize ABC and numbers. That's not necessary at this age. It's not appropriate yet. It's just, what do you mean by baby blocks? If you could help me with that. If you want to just list a specific set that you like, or even a picture, of them that you would like to have in the classroom, that would be great. Musical baby instruments. Okay, so like small drums, that's great. Something like that is plenty. Music, I'm not sure what you mean by that, so if you can say exactly what you mean, that would be great. You always have music available to you at any time because you can make noises with music by clapping. Your body can be an instrument, and you can sing. So when you say music, I don't know exactly what you mean. Oops, sorry, that jumped. I'm not sure why. Hands-on activities, processed plain cereal made for sand play. I don't know what that. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. I know what hands-on activities are. I don't know what processed plain cereal for sand play is. So if you could help me with that, that would be great. I think what you might mean is the plain cereal's been broken down so that it's appropriate for sand play. I'm not sure. I wouldn't want them to get that in their eyes. And anyway, I'm just curious as to what that means. Yeah, different textures of different sheets. Yeah, I think I know what you mean there. Science, stuffed animals, butterflies, caterpillars. Yeah, that's fine. Stuffed animals are fine, so that's great. I don't know what people in shape toys are. So if you could explain that to me, that would be great. Remember with these little, I know what those little people that you put in the block area are like, and shapes that are block shapes are like. If that's what you mean, just show a picture, but make sure they're very, very large, and it's okay to put them in your mouth because that's what they'll do. Okay, so you used this answer, you kept this answer the same as last time, but you need to put it in each category: infant, mobile infant, and toddlers. So, and you need to say more about, you can't just talk about Reggio Emilia. So you can talk about how each group learns through play, and that's fine. So this is your schedule. I can see it comes from Developing Young Minds. I guess I'm thinking that's where you work. I think I remember that. Anyway, so again, you need to have one for each group because a very young infant and a toddler should not really have the same schedule. They have very different needs. So, and also I can only see a very small part of this paper, so you need to scan the whole thing in. So I hope this is helpful for now. You can do this one, and then I'm sending you the one for your competency statement portfolio piece. You can work on all of those and get those all taken care of, and hopefully you'll have this recording so you can go back and listen to it and take notes or make changes while you're listening. So hopefully that'll be helpful, and let me know if it's not, and we'll keep trying.